What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world. My name is EQ. Welcome to EQ Trades. Today, we're going to be going over Big Time Crypto, which is a project that has been out since 2021, but they just released their token within the last few months. So this technically will be the first bull run for Big Time. Now, before we get into everything, this is not financial advice. This is all for education and entertainment purposes only. I am neither affiliated nor paid by Big Time in any way, so this is a non-biased breakdown. And I'm currently not invested in Big Time at the making of this video. So, now that we have that all out of the way, cue the intro and let's get this video started. First things first, Big Time is currently sitting at 295th on the total crypto list, sitting at $186 million market cap with a max supply of 5 billion, which means it's finite and deflationary, and currently has a circulating supply of 1.1 billion, which means you have to be wary of token releases because they still have a lot of tokens to be released, and that will naturally dilute price. Big Time is built on the Ethereum ecosystem, and its categories are currently RPG, and as you can see, Alameda, Circle Ventures, and OKX portfolios, so there's a lot of institutional money in this project. And considering that it's only at a $186 million market cap, this thing can easily do a 10x, and that'll only put it at a $1.8 billion market cap. Now, if you're not familiar with Big Time, they were released in 2021, but the token itself was actually released late October of 2023. So it's been out for about 1 year, and it hasn't seen a true bull run yet. But there was a lot of hype behind this project, and they have a lot of marketing money as well. Now, even through the bear run, I've seen a bunch of other influencers posting videos and doing live streams of them playing Big Time, which if there's enough popularity on this video, maybe I'll do a little bit of a demo play on it so you guys can get a good idea of what it looks like. But the key element to this that I think could be really good is the free-to-play aspect of it. So it is a player-driven economy, but you're taking away that barrier to entry by making it free to play. Me personally, I believe that the metaverse, NFTs, and gaming are going to be a huge component into this next super cycle and bull run. It's such a critical part and an easy way to get into mass adoption, and you're seeing other ecosystems like AVAX investing into AAA games so that they can take advantage of what could be a parabolic move, because we've seen historically, once everyone starts talking about NFT, metaverses, and gaming, all of the projects in those spheres start to run parabolic. Now, I would put this up in the category with the games that are being created in Gala as well as Illuvium. So if you've heard of either of those two, even in Axie Infinity, I would put Big Time up in that category, and it has the benefit of not having an actual super cycle or bull run with this token, which means, again, like I said before, the opportunity for this to go 10x is relatively high. Now, the game itself is an RPG, and you play as a time traveler who's been summoned to the end of the universe to take part in the greatest adventure in history. Now, some of the features in the game are the procedural generation. So essentially, those are algorithms that pull from human-made assets to create unique environments. You're able to create your own metaverse, which is called a space. You're able to forge items using Big Time, the token. So by using that asset in-game, you're able to forge items, equipment, weapons, so on and so forth. And you're also able to change your class during gameplay, which a lot of people, if you're playing other games, know that that can be a pretty big pain in the ass to do. Now, the game economy itself would be considered open loot, which means that which means that players can buy, sell, and trade digital assets. So everything is all handled in NFT format. As you can see below, here's some of them starting at $1, and you can see the max supply for those items. And then you're able to buy the NFTs and sell them globally. Basically, if you ever played CSGO or Counter-Strike, they're doing something similar where you can get these assets in terms of NFTs. And that makes it so that you can buy and sell them and trade them with other players. And like I said, I think this is someone live streaming at this exact moment playing Big Time. So here's some live gameplay. Shout out to J Meyer Photos. But as you can see, people are always constantly playing the game, even at this point of the market where it's dead, quote unquote, and it's still getting a lot of traction. So as you can imagine, when we get into the bull run and there's more people streaming and gaming. Now, just looking at this, it reminds me of Destiny right off the bat. Kind of like a mix between Destiny and World of Warcraft. Yeah, so we can get a little bit of a shot of the gameplay right now watching this guy. Appreciate him for making this a nice little easy opportunity for us to take a look at this. But as you can see, pretty clean game, good graphics. Everything is already set in place, and it's a playable demo or a playable game in general, even though it's in preseason. But I would be assuming that once we get into the bull run, that's going to actually pop off. And now the part that we all love, the chart. Now, when you're looking at this price, you can see where price is currently sitting is the highest point of volume. This is also where the initial entry in the initial offering for this project was at in October of 23. This is where we created our initial floor, is what we'll call it. Now, obviously, price could continue to slip down. We are in a bearish crossover with a pivot signal, but notice the volume right now. We're seeing a heavy amount of volume. This is great to see during a bear market. There is definitely an inflow of volume. We've broken bullish, and we're in bullish trends uptrending. So all in all, this would look extremely bullish from a long-term perspective. And the prices that you're seeing right now, like we said, they are in those initial IPO prices. So if you were to DCA in and out, for example, you still have the slippage. You still theoretically could slip all the way about 58% to test the lowest of lows if price really wanted to drop that low. And again, that's an if. In terms of long-term plays and looking at this from a retracement perspective, the top side potential on this is definitely there. And if it wanted to test the all-time highs, for example, you're looking at a 564% play. And that 500% move would be pretty easy to do considering the low market cap on this project. So I'm definitely bullish on big time long-term. I'm definitely bullish of this going into these super cycles too whenever the NFTs and gaming and metaverse pop off. They have a lot of institutional money, and I've already seen them previously in the past reach out to a lot of influencers and creators to get content out and to get engagement through social media. So I think I think with them it's not a matter of if but when it's going to pop. And for me personally, is worth the risk in comparison to the other crypto projects that are out there, other gaming NFTs and other ones that might not even have a playable demo. Whereas this is already listed on Coinbase, already has streamers, has clean gameplay, and is ready to go mainstream basically within the next few months. So this is going to wrap up the video on Big Time. I appreciate all of you so much for being here. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want to come trade with me, come join the Epic Trading Floor. That link will be in the description, and I'll also tag it in the video. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe. I appreciate all of you so much. Hopefully you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you on the next video.